Today, we are talking business. I know that you have been sitting on that business idea for a while. You're confused on where to start and how you can turn that idea into a profitable business. Well, you're in luck because in today's video, I am sharing the 10 steps to starting a business. These are steps that I followed to start my shoe boutique that ended up making $1,000 during launch week. I am also going to be sharing why each step is crucial. These steps are truly the blueprint. I follow these steps time and time again, and I even followed these steps to start this very business today, which has made me almost $1 million in under 3 years. And last but not least, I'll also be sharing a tool that every aspiring entrepreneur needs. This is a tool that has molded my mindset into what it is today, and I still use it to this day. But before we dive in, I want you to hop in the comments and introduce yourself. Tell me your name and the business idea that you want to launch this year. And it's only right that I return the favor, so hey, I'm Chanel the Brand Hustler, and I create content to help entrepreneurs build, grow, and expand their product-based brands. So if this sounds like a place for you, then you definitely want to hit the subscribe button and join the Hustle Babe community because I drop videos every single week. Now let's hop into these steps. The first step is to fuel your entrepreneur mindset. When I launched my boutique and when I started this business, I used a lot of knowledge from my college experience and from the corporate marketing world. But what I realized is that college only taught me so much. What I truly needed was to see the world through a millionaire or billionaire entrepreneur's mind. And the only way for me to get into a millionaire or billionaire's mind for an affordable price was to do one thing, which is why step number 1 to launching a business is to read. There are so many hidden gems in books that, once applied, can supercharge your entrepreneurial journey. Dedicating at least 30 minutes a day to absorb new information can truly change the trajectory of your life and your business. And if you're anything like me, you probably are low on time, which makes it super hard for you to designate a reading time in your day. But that is why I recommend listening to your books, which brings me to a tool that I personally use and also today's sponsor, Audible. Audible is the home of storytelling and offers hundreds of thousands of titles across every genre, from bestsellers and new releases to self-help, business, motivation, and more. You can even dive into popular podcasts or explore thousands of others to find a new fave. My favorite thing about Audible is that the Audible app makes it easy to listen anytime, anywhere. While traveling, which y'all know I do a lot, packaging orders, creating content, literally anywhere. I love pairing my listening with business and home tasks. I select the title, hook it up to my Bluetooth speaker, and listen while I work in my home office. I'm currently listening to The Decision by Kevin Hart. In this, he shares the tools and rules that he used to elevate his own life. I absolutely love Kevin Hart and admire his grit and business acumen. So when I came across this Audible title, I just had to listen. In a raw and candid way, Kevin Hart shares how to get out of the worst place, aka your comfort zone, and cowboy up to really reach your goals. This is crucial for every entrepreneur to understand. The Decision is not only insightful, but it is inspiring, and he does not sugarcoat anything. If you'd like to indulge in this title or any other Audible title, you can do so by going to audible.com/thebrandhustler to try Audible for free for 30 days. You can also text The Brand Hustler to 500-500 to start your 30-day Audible trial. As a member, you'll get access to a growing selection of audiobooks, Audible originals, and podcasts. What's even more cool is that you can download or stream any of the included titles as much as you want. So make sure that you go ahead and check out Audible. I'm gonna leave the link in my description box below. This brings us to step number 2, which is to profit check your business idea. You have this idea, you know that you want to turn it into a business. However, this idea may have been the result of a hobby or something that you were interested in, and now we need to figure out if this idea is actually profitable. So we're going to do what I like to call a profit check, okay? So think about it this way, or break it down like an equation, right? Your consumer is going to have a desire. That desire is going to transform itself into a problem. They have this problem, however, they're missing something that can take them to the solution, which will then bring them to the desired result that they want. So your product is actually what is missing from that equation to get them to that end result that they want. For example, let's say I want clear glowing skin because I see all of the celebrities with this beautiful skin. I then go into my bathroom mirror and notice that I have a ton of blackheads. I now have a problem with the blackheads on my face, and I want a solution so that way I can reach the desired result. You have this blackhead buster cream that can help me clear my skin, and once I put that and mix it with the problem I have, it gives me the solution that I was looking for, which brings me closer to the desired result. Get it? Now let's get into step number 3. So step number 3 is to pinpoint who has the problem. Now that we know what problem we're out here trying to solve or what need we're providing a resource to, we want to identify who has this problem and need in the first place, also known as finding your target audience. A mistake that a lot of new entrepreneurs make is they think that targeting everyone means that they are going to get a ton of sales. In reality, targeting everyone means selling to no one because it leaves your consumer confused on what problem you solve, if you're talking to them, if your product fits their particular lifestyle, etc., etc. So just like we just did in step number 2, I'm gonna walk you through a quick activity so that you can start to define your target audience. It's only 2 steps. The first step is you want to reflect. Do you have this business idea as a result of a problem you experienced? Do you have this business idea as a result of a problem a loved one experienced? Or do you have this business idea as a result of a problem that a group of people experienced? Once you answer those questions, you then want to perform market research to identify and learn more about your target audience. You want to learn things like their demographics, their geographics, their lifestyle, their behaviors, and things like that. I actually have a video where I break down target audience a little bit more, and I'll put it right here on the screen so that you can watch it after this video, but it's super duper helpful and goes through all the steps to actually finding your target audience. Now, once you've found your target audience, you are going to create or source your product, and that is step number 4. Finding a product or creating a product is literally the most exciting step because I love just seeing my idea come to life, and I love receiving samples in the mail. So now that you know the problem that you solve and you know who has the problem that you solve, you want to make sure that you have a product that you can sell that addresses that, okay? So you can find a product through a vendor and source it in bulk from them, or you can have a manufacturer create a product for you, or you can create a product on your own. Whichever route you decide to go though, you want to make sure that your product's features, ingredients, qualities tap into your audience desire and directly combats the pain points that your audience is experiencing. I know that it can be very hard to wait to get your product. You want to get the product first and then do all the other stuff later. But trust me, a big mistake that you can make is getting your product in bulk before you even define the problem or identify your audience. So please make sure that you follow these steps in order by defining the problem and then finding your target audience before you go out and source your product in bulk or create your product in large batches. Now, once you've done all that, you want to do step number 5, which is get the required licenses. All of the licenses that I am going to share in this video are pertaining to the United States. Unfortunately, I do not know all the licenses of all the countries in the world, so excuse me for that. However, in the United States, as a product-based business, there are 3 main licenses that you are going to need. One is going to be your business license. A lot of people call this an LLC because an LLC is one of the most common formations among small business owners. However, there are other formations such as sole proprietorship, corporations, and things like that. I want you to consult with a lawyer to see which one is best fit for you. Personally, I have an LLC for all of my businesses, so if you decide to go that route, you can. However, please explore the other options that are there for you. Your business license pretty much is a way of proving that you exist, proving that the formation of your business happened, and it legitimizes your business. The second type of license that you want to get is your reseller's permit, also known as your tax ID. Now, the price for this is gonna vary by state. However, it is important that you get this because if you intend on charging your consumer tax or buying in bulk from a vendor, you're going to need this piece of paper to prove it. The third license that you want to get is called an EIN. Now, this is a number that is very similar to a social security number. I actually call it a social security number for your business because it's that much alike. This is a number that will allow you to open up your bank accounts, you'll file taxes with it, you'll even apply for funding with it. And you can get this by going to irs.gov completely for free. So don't pay anyone to get your EIN number because you can get it yourself completely for free. And it is a process that takes literally 5 minutes. Now let's get into step number 6. Step number 6 is to determine your brand's unique edge. Determining your brand's unique edge helps you with developing your pricing strategy for your products. It also helps you brainstorm ideas for your visual branding, and it helps you decide on the values that your company upholds, as well as develop your brand's personality, tone, voice, etc. Your brand's unique edge is what basically separates you from the competition. Because let's just be honest here. 9 times out of 10, there is going to be another business who is targeting the group of people you're targeting or solving a similar or the same problem. What separates you from another business is the way that you brand yourself and that unique edge that you give your brand. A great example of this is Chick-fil-A and Popeyes. We know the two and we distinguish between the two because they both have a different edge to their branding. Step number 7 is to hash out your back-end operations. Please do not skip this step. I know it is super boring, but this is crucial because when your business's back end is in order, everything just flows so smoothly. So when I say your back-end operations, I'm talking about things such as creating systems for your order processing, creating systems for your order fulfillment, creating systems for how in the world you're gonna quality check your products. You also wanna make sure that you have accounting and money management systems as well, so that way you know what to do when you make a sale, how much you're putting aside for taxes, how much you're reinvesting in the business, what is what, where it came from, etc. Another back-end operational thing that you wanna make sure that you check off your list is the platforms for everything that you're gonna use within your business. So your website platform, your email platform, SMS, social media, etc. Step number 8 is to bring your brand to life. Now, a few steps ago, we said that we can brainstorm ideas for our visuals. Now it's time to bring those visuals to life. So a couple of things that I want you to do is I want you to create brand guidelines. These are going to be like the North Star for your brand. These things include color codes, fonts, values, your voice, certain missions, mottos, and things like that. The reason why you want to develop a brand guidelines is because it helps you stay consistent no matter where your brand is placed and what platform you are on. Another thing you want to do is you want to claim your space in the internet world. You want to buy a domain. I recommend going to Google Domains. You also want to make sure that you claim your name on all the social media platforms that you intend on using. Even before you launch, you want to get a professional email address. So for example, one of my email addresses is support@thebrandhustler.com. The reason I'm able to have that email address is because 1, I own the domain, thebrandhustler.com, and I also went ahead and purchased several different emails that end in thebrandhustler.com. Last but not least, you want to get things such as your logo, your website, your thank you cards, and your packaging designed. When you are getting these things designed, I want you to keep in mind the 3 C's when it comes to branding, and that is consistency, cohesiveness, and creativity. These threes will ensure that no matter where your consumer goes, they can identify your brand because it's consistent, but also looking at your brand, everything tells a story and is seamlessly tied together because it's cohesive, but also it's different and unique in its own way because it's creative. And now we are on to step number 9. And that is to create an action plan for your brand's launch and beyond. Now, this right here is so crucial because if you intend on launching your business someday, you want to make sure that you have some type of strategy behind it. That way you can bring in some sales into your door, right? Because you didn't do all this work to get this business together, to get these products together, for you to open up shop and no one to come, rushing through your doors wanting to buy your product. So the 3 strategies that I suggest you create as you're starting up this business is 1, an audience building strategy. So how do you intend on building your followers, building your email list, building your text message list, really building your community for your brand? How do you intend on doing that? The second one that you want to do is you want to create a content strategy. How will you connect to your audience? How will you relate to your audience? How would you help provide quick wins to your audience? How will you do all of this through content? What platforms will you use? What will your cadence be when you post? What are all of the pieces of this content strategy? And then last but not least, you want to make sure that you create a launch marketing strategy. Now, if you plan on just popping up and saying, hey y'all, I'm open for business, come shop with me, just expect not to get any sales, okay? Trust me. What you want to do is you want to do a pre-launch strategy that really preps your audience and hypes them up for when you launch. Personally, I break down my launch marketing strategy into 3 stages. I have my pre-launch stage, my live and launch stage, and then I have my post-launch stage. Each and every stage has its own purpose, its own goal, and I fill it with tactics and tasks for each stage that then primes my audience to actually buy from me. Last but not least, step number 10 is to embrace the journey. Entrepreneurship, honestly, is a journey that's like none other. There are a ton of ups, there are a ton of downs. And if you get caught up in the downs of entrepreneurship, you're going to defeat yourself before you even get to where you're trying to go. So please embrace the journey of entrepreneurship. Continue to invest in yourself, invest in knowledge, invest in help. If there is a coach out there that you have been, indulging in all of the free resources that they have, and you know that it will help for them to take a look at your particular strategy, take a look at your particular brand or business, please go ahead and book with that coach, because booking with that coach and spending that $300, $400, $500, whatever it may be, can save you thousands of dollars worth of mistakes. Also, surround yourself with like-minded individuals and learn from your mistakes and celebrate your wins. Now, those are all the 10 steps to launching a business. I hope that this video was super helpful to you. If you've made it to the end of this video, comment down below with the words big business, because we are starting and launching big businesses this year. If you are not already subscribed to this channel, hit the subscription button and join the Hustle Babe community. You can also follow me on Instagram and TikTok at The Brand Hustler, because I drop gems over there as well. And that's it. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, Hustle Babe.